The shot heard around the world refers to the opening shots of the American Revolutionary War at the Battle of Lexington and Concord on April 19, 1775. This event marked the beginning of armed conflict between British forces and American colonial militias and ultimately led to the American colony's declaration of independence from Britain. The story of the shot heard around the world at Lexington and Concord are as follows. In the years leading up to the American Revolutionary War, tensions between American colonies and British authorities had been escalating due to issues such as taxation without representation, British military presence in the colonies, and restrictions on colonial self-governance. In April 1775, General Thomas Gage, the British governor of Massachusetts, received orders to disarm the colonial militias and seize stockpiled weapons and ammunition in the towns of Lexington and Concord, northwest of Boston. On the night of April 18, 1775, American patriot Paul Revere and other writers, including William Dawes and Samuel Prescott, rode through the countryside warning colonial militias of the British advance. Revere famously shouted, "The British are coming." In the early morning hours of April 19th, British troops arrived in Lexington, where they encountered a small group of colonial militia known as the Minutemen. The two sides faced off on Lexington Green, and amid confusion and conflicting orders, a shot was fired. The identity of the first person to fire the shot at Lexington remains uncertain. This shot, however, ignited the skirmish and became known as the shot heard around the world. After the brief exchange at Lexington, British troops proceeded to Concord, where they encountered a larger force of colonial militia. The two sides engaged in a series of skirmishes, and the British were ultimately forced to retreat to Boston, harassed along the way by colonial militia. The battles of Lexington and Concord were the first military engagements of the Revolutionary War. The events of April 19, 1775 galvanized support for the colonial cause and the formal declaration of independence from Britain in 1776. The shot heard around the world remains a significant moment in American history and is commemorated annually as Patriots' Day in Massachusetts.